Welcome to another episode of Snow Ride. Take it easy. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, are the best people on the planet, Anonymous Alex, and joining us live from the International Space Station, Jenna.
Yeah, it's great to be here. One day, maybe they will finally get me home.
2025, baby. Let's hold out hope.
People are going to think I added in sound effects. This is awesome. How are y'all?
Yeah.
Floating through.
I wish I could point out, or I guess I can point it out. I don't have to wish that. I can point out. I
love
wish
it
that
when your dreams come true.
Mm-hmm.
People at home could see Jenna doing space station movements while playing in this space. She's got water that she's squirting out of a tube, and it is floating next to her.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you can do down on Earth, and pretend that it's happening.
Were you able to read the book? Did my book delivery make it up to the space station? Were you able to read Saddle Club number 20?
You know that they have the internet in space, right? Like it actually is. It gets there relatively fast.
You know what? 100%. I don't know that for sure.
No,
I am
okay.
not certain.
It's
I've
there.
never been to space,
Yep.
and I don't know if people can Google when
Satellite
they're in space.
internet. Thank you.
It points down at Earth. It doesn't point back at them. I don't know.
No, it points everywhere.
So I'm guessing you read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, did you read the book?
We were supposed to read a book?
Oh no.
It's finally happened.
Earth Alex did not read the book.
I did read the book. That was
Did you?
That was
Did
an
you read
Earth bit. You'd find it funny if you were on Earth.
Did you read Saddle Club number 20 called Snow Ride?
I sure did.
What happened in Saddle Club number 20 called Snow Ride?
Well, honestly, a lot. And it was a lot for me. It was a lot for me.
Okay, all right, that's fair. You've had a busy week.
Yeah.
You've had a busy month.
I've had a busy little while for sure. And then I sit down to read one of my favorite series, The Saddle Club, to have a wonderful time with my friends. And all they fucking did was talk about maple syrup and how to tap trees.
So
and
it
then
was your favorite book, right? Because this is your jam, right?
Honestly, I did come to enjoy it, but then I just kept thinking about how every goddamn time I tell you guys about when we pour maple syrup on snow and eat it as a treat, you're all like, yeah, Canada. And then we had to read it in this book, and I was like, this is just going to go badly for me, right? They're just going to mock me the entire time we talk about this book about how we eat maple syrup on snow. But now you guys are looking at me seriously, and I feel like you're not going to mock me for this. And then I have to think that it's the Cassandra thing. And when Bonnie Bryant tells you can eat maple syrup on snow, you believe it. And when I tell you, it's a myth. And now I'm scarier than I was before, and that's not even a word.
Right now, listen, when I get back in 2025, we're going to have words in face-to-face contact. Because I've never once made fun of you for saying that you can eat maple syrup on snow.
That's, you know what? I take it back. I don't think you have. I don't remember that you have. Tim definitely has.
The bit is going too far because now the internet is cutting out.
Well, it's hard to get internet in space. Okay, let me talk about this book. It's a perfect day at Pine Hollow, the week before spring break, and Stevie is a goddamn troublemaker. That's pretty much how this book starts, okay? We're all here for it. It's great. She finds a letter taped to her door when the Saddle Club goes to Stevie's room to cause a ruckus and eat snacks. And it's from her friend Dinah, who is inviting her to the Great Sugaring, which is not the name of the book, but I really liked it, so I decided that's what I was going to call it. Stevie starts to come up with a scheme to convince her mom to let her go to Vermont to go to the Great Sugaring with her friend Dinah. But it doesn't work. Do you know why? Do you know why it doesn't work? Because on book 20 of our beloved book, The Saddle Club, adults talk to each other. That's right. They made plans for their children to go do things, and the kids were not required to come up with money through cockamamie schemes to get there. They just sent her there. Incredible. Unprecedented.
Lazy writing.
Lazy writing when the adults are somehow in on it, I guess. Yeah. Cockamamie schemes. Yeah, anyways, Stevie's mom's like, yeah, because otherwise you're going to go fly fishing with your dad and your brothers, and I am a lawyer. Not lawyer of the year. That's Naomi Berenson. Don't even fucking at me, nerds. So anyways, she goes to Vermont. She's a little bit concerned because she is going to be... What? What, Tim?
Stevie Lake's mom is pissed.
Not lawyer of the year.
Yeah, every year because she loses lawyer of the year to Naomi Berenson.
She sure does.
Yeah. Canon.
Every goddamn year. Canon.
Yep.
Canonized. Anyways, Stevie goes to Vermont, and the only thing she's concerned about is leaving Phil because she promised him she was going to be going to his pony club meeting. Then there's this whole fucking thing about how I can't call Phil when he gets back from his school trip because apparently there are no phones in Vermont. Who knew? Not me. Anyways, she lets her friends call Phil or has them set up to call Phil when she gets back, whatever. Stevie goes to Vermont, starts learning immediately about maple syrup. Literally, they're like, drop your bags. We're going to go tap some goddamn trees. Immediately, they bring out a horse and a sleigh and their sleigh bells, and it's goddamn delightful. We meet Jody, who kind of sucks, but Dinah really likes her. And then the other girl on their team, whose name I think is Becky, fucking is like, that's my older sister and I hate her. She's the worst. Nobody believes Becky. Everybody's like, she's great. Get in a sleigh. They literally just let children take this sleigh full of buckets into the woods to go tap trees. And the kids decide that they must use all of the buckets they have. So they offload 6 because there's a rule of buckets. And this rule states if you come back with empty buckets, then those have to be forfeit to other teams and they will be able to use them in the Great Sugaring. It's a whole thing. So they go, they tap the trees. Stevie learns how to tap a tree. It goes great. Kids are having fun. They're putting in like the fucking spouts. They're hanging up buckets. They're getting syrup. They're talking about how first, also we get a guide for how to like make maple syrup and like how to find the best places to tap it under branches that are growing because that's where they're sending the most sap. It's a whole goddamn thing. It's great. They get back, they're on their way back. They have 2 more buckets that they have to use. So they almost take the sleigh into a ditch trying to get to the tree, but Stevie at the last minute jumps over, pulls the reins, saves everybody's lives. Everybody's like, yay, Stevie, she's the best. Okay, next day, they're like, it's lesson time. We're going to go horseback riding. They get to the barn. No one's there. All lessons are canceled. Guess what? Dinah can't read. It's sad. This is how we learn she's illiterate, but it's what happens. And then they're like, okay, well, can we go on a trail ride? And Jody's like, I can't let you. And also my lesson's coming in, so I'm too busy to take you. Otherwise, you could have gone. Then we find out that her lesson is a makeout sesh with her boyfriend, which is buck wild. So then they're like, well, we'll stay for your makeout session. We'll join in on this lesson because she keeps calling it a horse lesson. And then realizing she can't make out, she sends the girls off into the mountains alone on horses, as a teen girl does, I guess. So they go into the mountain alone, horseback. They go to the trail that they were not supposed to go on because it is rocky and steep. They go on this trail. Of course, a landslide happens because this is Saddle Club, and Dinah gets caught up in it on her horse Goldie. He rears and he takes off. She falls off. She's horrifically injured, but nothing is broken. But then she starts lying, and then they say, well, we can't tell my parents that I fell off and injured myself because we weren't supposed to be here. And also my parents would not let me ride again. So then starts the ruse, people. The ruse of going a full week pretending she's not injured, even though she's basically dead, I guess. She's covered in scratches. A horse stepped on her. All sorts of thing. It's all shitty. She has to hide it, though. Hide it by staying in bed. And of course, she keeps saying she has a stomach ache. So Stevie goes in the next day with Becky and just has to do all of the tapping, all of the getting the sap, all of that jazz, while fucking Dinah is hiding it. Then Stevie goes skiing with Becky and is like, oh no, I wish Dinah were here because she would love it. She would love me falling down a bunch of times learning how to ski. And then they go to the cathedral / the castle / the throne room. It's a big thing, which was just a bunch of trees that look like thrones. No big deal. And then there's a ball, which they just drop out of nowhere. And everybody goes into the ball. They have to go dancing. They have to go dancing and drinking cider. And then Stevie keeps dancing with adults at this ball, which really freaked me out. But like, I don't know. Maybe that's normal in Vermont syrup balls. I'm not sure. I've never been to one. But then Dinah's in the corner in a coat and a hat and everything, covering up all of her scars with a weird, like, Stevie's done her hair to, like, plaster it to the side of her face to cover up the massive bruise. And she's clearly uncomfortable. So Stevie says, let's take this plate and go play Frisbee outside. So they all go outside. They're playing Frisbee except for Dinah. And then Stevie goes to wander off, finds Dinah, bawling her eyes out. Dinah won't say why, whatever. Cut to a few more days of Dinah staying in bed, saying her stomach is sick, Stevie covering for her, all that jazz. Finally, one morning, Dinah's mom is like, I will milk of magnesium you so hard if you don't get out of fucking bed because you're sick, and that will help you. So that's what I'm going to do. And Stevie's like, you got to get out of bed now. So but she does, and she drives the horse cart into the woods to go do the last syruping with Becky, and they finally have to admit to Becky that Dinah is injured. And then Becky's like, why would you hide this from me? And also, how did you get injured? And they're like, well, we went on this trail ride that we weren't supposed to go on the trail that we weren't supposed to go on, and there was a rock slide, and Becky's like, my parents are there. So they race back in the cart all the way to the Sugar Shack. That's not what it's called, but that's what I call it because there's a strip club called the Sugar Shack right near me, and it makes me laugh to call it that instead of its proper name, which I believe is the Sugar Hut. Anyways, doesn't matter. Sugar Shack's way funnier. They race back there. They get a phone. They call out. They catch them just in time because the guy that's in charge of this whole riding school and also Becky's parents were about to go on the trail. They have to admit that they did go there without permission and all of that jazz, but they do save their lives. So at the end of the day, everybody's super upset that Dinah's not going to be able to ride there anymore, blah, blah, blah. But at the competition announcements where they say who won the most tree sap gathering, where they have all of the syrup made and they do all the final boiling, they have their snow candy, everybody's in a party mood. Of course, Dinah and co win the thing, and then they drop the real winning announcement, which is that Jody is getting fired for being neglectful and also terrible, and then Dinah is a star student. And that's all great. Wonderful. Could have concluded the book here, but is that it? No, we have a stinger for the next book, something that's never happened to us before. Stevie gets back to tell the Saddle Club about this. They went to Phil's Pony Club meeting in her stead because that seemed like a cool thing to do, and he invited them since Stevie wasn't going to be there. And that was great because they needed a representative of their team there to sign everybody up for fox hunting. So tune in next time where everybody's going to go fox hunting. That's his book.
I have to know where y'all fell on the drama that was absolutely no drama about Carol and Lisa going to hang out with Phil at a horse club meeting.
Okay, two things about that. The drama that wasn't the drama because they were going to go hang out with Stevie's boyfriend. Also, Colonel Hanson saying Stevie will scratch her eyes out if you take her boyfriend. None of those things sat well with me.
Mm-mm.
None of those.
No.
Okay, you know what didn't sit well with me? Okay, so Stevie's out of town. So Phil, Stevie's boyfriend, is like, hey, I really wanted Stevie to come to this meeting. Since Stevie's out of town, do you, Carol, and Lisa want to come to this meeting? And Lisa was like, we can't go. It's Stevie's boyfriend. That would be weird. And I'm like, to go to a public... What? Okay.
You're not going on a date with this boyfriend.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't understand this at all. But then Mrs. Reg comes in and she tells a story. And this story is basically about her stealing another person's horse by hanging out with that horse in place of the original person. And so I'm like, okay, Mrs. Reg is telling them not to go because they don't want to be around Phil more than Stevie, I guess. And then
because Phil will fall in love with them.
Yeah, immediately either Lisa or Carol, one of them's like, I get it. we're supposed to go. And I was like, how did you... What? How did you even get that from Mrs. Reg's random story? I don't even see how you made that leap. They're like, we have to take care of Phil. Oh, that sounded creepier in my head. They were like, we have to take care of Phil while Stevie's gone. And that sounded very sister wife when I said it out loud. And I'm not comfortable with it.
I don't like that you said that.
I don't either. But yeah, I was like, what? How did you even get to that conclusion that that is what that lady was trying to tell you?
I don't even fully understand the logical leap that they made to get to the initial conclusion. I don't understand the story. I don't feel like it has anything at all to do with going to Phil's pony club meeting.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like this one at all. I thought this one was garbage. This one felt like a ghostwritten Saddle Club book to me.
It really won me over with the syrup talk, though.
So let me tell you something really cool that I found in this book. One of the things that they did after they boiled the sap to make maple syrup is they took the maple syrup and they put it on snow. And that sounds delicious. And I'm surprised you've never told me anything like that, Alex. It sounds like something you would have done growing up.
The second you open your mouth to say that, I fucking knew where that was ending.
I could see it on your face. I could see it on your face. The one thing that I did not understand from when you told us that before, I just assumed it was cold maple syrup. But they took hot maple syrup.
Mm-hmm. It's
and
like caramel.
The snow made it cold. I thought you were just making like snow cones.
No.
But they made it sound like a very different thing than what I had understood.
Like a taffy, and then you can get like a popsicle stick and like twirl it up and like eat it on the popsicle stick.
The snow chills the syrup.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd completely misunderstood. I thought it was just like snow cones, and I'm like, I bet that is pretty good. But I was never going to say that in front of Alex because I have to torment Alex.
That's why my candle burns with rage behind me.
Alex is the Billy Piper of our group.
It's true.
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. / the meanest.
I was hanging out on a Zoom call one time, and Alex just started screaming at me that today is the day.
Today's the day. You will leave them all.
We got one more episode of Chaos in. So
yeah.
I think I'm 5 deep now.
Yeah, if anybody's not watching Chaos, why?
Please.
Because it's so good. However, trigger warning, you're going to see way more of Jeff Goldblum than you ever thought you would. That's for damn sure.
Why? I'm not mad.
Some people won't be. Some people won't be. Some people will be like, that's enough. That's enough Jeff Goldblum.
I thought you meant he was naked or something.
Yeah, that is what. Yes. Yep.
I must not have been looking at that moment.
You must not have been.
There's a lot of naked old men in that show.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a great show. There's Billy Piper in it. She plays Cassandra.
Fucking amazing.
She's so good.
Hmm?
Okay, yes. Chaos is incredible. And I'm so excited to continue to talk about this series with you. That's right. I had it on.
I'm surprised at how quickly you made it through it.
It was just so good. And it was on while I was doing other things. And I did repeatedly turn away from those other things to be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going through it a second time, you know.
That's crazy. Shit. That's crazy. Because it's a piece of media, so.
Right.
I'm a little shocked.
Honestly, I was shocked too. I don't know how I got sucked into it. It was just the fates.
They are great fates.
They are fantastic fucking fates. When they popped up, I was like, no goddamn way.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like this book.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Like, yeah. I hate to say that because for the most part, like while they've been kind of ridiculous and all that other stuff, they've been fun. And this one I was just like having such a hard time staying in it.
It's like, you know how a couple of books ago there was the brother and sister in the forest fire book?
Amy.
Yeah. And they were all like, Amy sucks and she's treating you terribly. And I was kind of like, How so? We didn't really see much of Amy treating Lisa terribly. And now we cut to this one, and they're like, yeah, what was her name? Joni? Jody? Jody.
Jody.
They're like, Jody is the worst. And I'm like, why? Because she lets you go on a trail ride that you asked to go on? Like, stop blaming Jody for your mistakes. Like, good God. Yeah, they're like, Jody's the worst. She let us do what we asked to do. And I'm like, no, that makes you an idiot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They were like, hey, don't go here. It's not safe. And you're like, let's go here. Oh, Jody.
Yeah.
How could you let us do that? And I'm like, shut up.
I mean, I guess it was like a really kind of wild message to say that, like, her making out with her boyfriend does make her a bad person. Because I feel like that was kind of the end implication of all of this.
Admittedly, she made a wrong decision. Like, I'm not trying to say she didn't. But they just made it sound like she's the worst person and that her sister looks up to her and she shouldn't. And I'm like, what did she was in here for like 2 seconds. And then she was mean to her little sister. Oh, that's never happened before. Like, I don't know what to, like, what? She should be fired because she was mean to her little sister? I don't know. I think I'm just getting bothered by the lack of depth in these characters.
Yeah, there was no, like, real... Well, I guess Jody also bullied Dinah.
I mean, she did. She's not good. I'm not trying to side with her or anything. I just think it's a wild thing to say, like, I'm going to be like, hey, Alex, I'm going to go jump off a bridge. And then I do. And then I'm like, I can't believe you let me jump off that bridge, Alex.
That is 100% something you would do, though.
I mean, actually, that is kind of...
Yeah, but it still doesn't make it your fault, even if he says it's your fault.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right that I did it.
The second that Tim blames me for something, I carry the burden of that in my soul for eternity.
That is very troubling, because I blame you for some buck wild stuff.
And every day I wake up and think, can I live with the burden that Tim has placed on me today?
I just found out that I'm a horrible person and I should get fired from the barn.
Dang.
Yeah. Ugh.
Dang.
I'm very disappointed in me right now.
I really think we're losing focus on what the important part of this book is and what we spent 80% of the book on, and that is making maple syrup.
Did they describe it accurately?
Relatively. That's the thing, because like everything they described was like technically accurate. Like somebody read a book on making maple syrup here, but I feel like it was all like it was clearly written by somebody who's not had any experience actually like tapping a tree. Like, I'm not gonna trust like 2 fucking 12-year-olds in the woods with one of those giant goddamn fucking drills to go do this or to like hammer in anything. Like, that is not work for the children to do alone. Like, they need the supervision. It's more complicated than that. There's an art to it. They missed some stuff. But then I had to like temper my expectations with like, this is a Saddle Club book and they are constantly doing things that they should be doing with adult supervision without it, like fighting criminals in the woods. So maybe I shouldn't be that upset about them tapping the trees poorly.
No, I think so. Because the first time they tried to...
Yep. Yeah.
The first time they... The first time they tried to tap the tree, they messed it up. And I'm just waiting for the drill to go into somebody's eye.
Right. Somebody's hand, somebody's chest. They're going to like... Is Dick Cheneying them the right verb for what they're about to do in the woods?
I think so. I think it works.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be the eye, though? Why would you say that?
Because that's like... Whenever there's a drill that's like, whenever you have something that shouldn't, like, that's going to just start going through whatever object you're trying to, like, you know, cut, drill, whatever, that's like where it goes. The worst place.
Yeah.
I mean, also the whole boiling thing too. Like they made it sound like every time they talked about boiling the syrup, it was always like in like a homemade vat, which like you can, but if you're boiling it for the level of production that I feel like they were leading me to believe they have like really large like boilers and pass-through system. Like, have you guys ever toured like a maple syrup manufacturing plant?
No, oddly enough.
We live in Georgia.
I have been to several distilleries.
So
I think I have an idea of what you're talking about here.
If you took a distillery like making a beer thing and you tipped it on its side and you made it much smaller,
yeah,
that's it.
So sort of like Howard's setup at Coates Academy?
Yes, much closer to Howard's setup at Coates Academy in the series Gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a reference that everyone listening
Everyone's
understood
gonna pick that one.
immediately.
Well, now they should all flock to Animorphs Anonymous to understand that reference. You only have to start like
You only have like
40
22-hour episodes to get through.
To be caught up to where we are, and we're only halfway through the series.
Well, we're almost all the way through the main series, and then there's the bonus books. So
Yeah, that's true.
mathematically, we're somewhere.
Yep. We're 4/9 of the way through.
What a good fraction. I like
Yeah.
it. It's almost like we just finished the 4th book, so you can confidently say out of 9 books.
Yeah, we are 4/9. I would give the book series a 22 out of 10, though.
Who wouldn't? Wait, what?
Or
gonna
even
say
a 10 out of 22.
I wasn't going to do that,
Why?
because it sounds like not amazing, but 22 out of 10 sounds amazing.
Yeah, but one was a date.
Not according to Austin.
Not according to Austin. And I've never tried to watch a movie with him again. Anyways, there just wasn't enough about maple syrup in these books. Or driving a sleigh. I guess it was a sleigh because it had runners. So there just wasn't enough.
Do you have maple trees where you are now?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you ever tap them?
I don't. We have a friend that does, that lives close to us, but I do not personally do that.
So we have maple trees in the front yard.
Yeah, surely it doesn't work, though, right?
It surely does.
I was about to say, we absolutely could do it.
I
You
just
could.
assumed you were, like, it was some, like, variation of a maple tree that doesn't do the same thing. Because it lives here.
I think the only difference would be the taste because of the temperature swings. Without the freezes and the thawings and everything,
Yeah.
it would change the taste of it. But like,
Okay, so that's why it's predominantly from those areas, is because it just tastes better.
Maybe?
different. I don't know about better. Different.
Should try. We should try and see in the
should
spring.
try and see.
Maybe. It sounds like something we would do, but it also sounds like something I'll forget in about
You should
4
do it
minutes.
right now. Go
No.
outside right now.
No. There's bugs out there.
Wait till it gets slightly colder and the bugs
I'm
die.
worried about that. I actually like bugs.
In your syrup?
Well, no. Unless I'm making amber.
That does change things. But yeah, and also maple sugar is great. It's really good. It's not the life-changing experience that Stevie had, but it's very good.
It's still sugar.
It's still sugar.
These don't look anything like I thought they would.
What you looking up?
Maple tree taps?
What did you think they'd look like?
Beer taps?
No. You're right.
No.
Like in shape, I mean. Like I just thought it would have like
Yeah,
a
you're
rounded
right.
edge and
You're right. They look nothing like that.
no, they just look like kazoos. And they all have
Yes.
hooks on them. I don't understand why they have hooks on
For
them.
the bucket. You hang the bucket on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just basically a slide to get the sap into the bucket.
Yeah, that's really what I'm seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought because of the way that they described it. You drill a hole and you stick this thing in the hole. And so I assumed they would be like, how do I describe this? More of like, not exactly, but we'll call it a canoe shape. Because I just assumed the sap would drain straight down into the thing. But I'm guessing you put it more upright into the tree.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Because
it's
again, like they were saying in the book, the sap isn't that deep in the tree. Like it's...
Right. That's why I kind of thought that they would have to be like... Basically, like, you'd put a piece of metal straight into a tree almost. I know they said it goes upright, but basically the idea is you put it in, and there would be some sort of, like, hole or something in the top to collect it as it comes down, but it looks more like you just drive it straight up into the tree, and it rides out.
You're literally making, like, a slide for the syrup.
Yeah.
But, like, you do genuinely have to, like, hammer it into the tree, which is why the whole, like, 12-year-olds thing really was like, you know, maybe you want like somebody with some like hammering skills there because they will absolutely crush their fingers.
Oh, I was thinking more the tree more than carrying.
It would ruin the tree too.
Yeah.
Both.
How long would you leave a bucket up there? Are we talking like days?
It depends on how fast. Because it depends too on like temperatures and everything, how fast it's coming out. Because obviously the colder, the slower. But like I would check them every 24 hours.
Okay.
Generally.
So it's a long process. So this is not something we could do next time I'm in your area.
We could if you were in my area for a few days and we started when you got here, and then by the end of it we would have a like little bottle of syrup.
This sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
I want to do this. This needs to be a thing we do. You know what else
seems doable.
You know what else needs to be a thing that we do?
What?
Horse news.
Horse news. Let me do that thing that we do. That is horse news. I picked a good one. I had the option to pick some real bad ones. I had some real bad ones lined up, and then I thought, we don't need that. So I picked a good one. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
I don't know.
Great. Oh, shit. I can go back to the bad one. I still have that one.
No, I mean, we can do good. That good is fine.
I don't know. It feels like it's not fine now. Oh, no.
Why?
What have
I
you
don't
done?
know.
Nope, good.
Okay, I'm doing the good one. There was a wild search and rescue mission in Fayette County, which is Pennsylvania, I do so believe. I don't know. Wharton Township, Pennsylvania, where they were looking for a horse that was loose that got out on a trail ride, I do so believe. But they used a drone to find it. And literally the horse was missing for like 3 days. And then they sent up the drone. And within like 20 minutes, they found this horse whose name is Pretzel, which was part of why I love the story so goddamn much. But yeah, they found him up there. And when they found him, he was just galloping up a steep hill. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing, my guy? So yeah, they tried to lure him in with some grain in a bucket. And he was like, I will not do this thing. You cannot trick me. So then they made like a corral on the mountain and like drove him into it. And then they went up there on horseback and grabbed him, put a halter on him, and walked him back down. And he's doing great.
Amazing.
I love Pretzel.
I love Pretzel so goddamn much.
Pretzel is probably planning his next escape attempt.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm just imagining this horse running up this steep whatever the fuck, and just the music dee 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 doo doo dee da dee dee doo is going on in his head.
I want the cut of like that happening in the horse's head, and then like cut away to like the wide shot, and it's playing like Spirit style into the Cimarron music of him like, you can't break me, I'm free, as he's like going up this hill, and then cut back and then cut out, and it's like, yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. And there's just like 2 old farm dudes standing by a rickety old fence going, majestic.
Now that's a wild horse right there.
Have I ever told y'all about my favorite horse commercial?
No?
No.
But I love this. We should start a new segment that's Tim's favorite horse commercials.
I love it.
Yeah, there's been a couple, but this one is definitely my favorite. There's two old guys and they're standing at a field, and then there's some horses, and then all of a sudden the horses line up and they start playing football.
What? What is this?
Yeah, and then one of them catches football and they score a touchdown. And then they line up and they kick an extra point. And the one old guy looks at the other old guy. It's a lot like the muffin joke. One old guy looks at the other old guy and he's like, do they always do this? Or do they always do that? And then the other old guy looks at him and he's like, no, they usually go for two.
I hate to be this person. Can you explain the joke to me?
When you score a touchdown, you can either kick an extra point or you can try and score another little smaller touchdown, and it's a 2-point conversion.
Okay, so it's the football maneuver that he was disputing and not the...
Yes,
okay, I see.
Yes. You're welcome. It's funnier now that I've explained it.
It is funnier now that you explained it.
But that was my favorite football joke. That made me laugh out loud when I saw that commercial. No, they usually go for two.
Okay, I've got it. I've got it pulled up right now. I had to make sure that was the correct one. And it is. And now it's in the chat. So,
okay.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put this over in a different chat as well with no context.
It's the best commercial ever, right? It's my favorite horse commercial.
It's a pretty good one.
I would like to really go through the shots that were like training the Clydesdales and the shots that were CGI. I think that would be fun.
Oh, do you?
Let's do it. Hit the go live button right fucking now.
Let's start streaming on Twitch inexplicably.
Let's Twitch stream this video breakdown.
Hey.
Hi.
What about a horse quiz?
Horse quiz. By golly, by gosh. Yeah, we can do that. Are you ready?
I am.
Oh.
Okay. Well, get ready, because number 1 is a magical horse in the legends derived from the medieval chanson de geste. Yep, I got it. I got that.
A unicorn?
No.
Pegasus.
No.
Pegasus. Fuck.
No.
A magical horse from medieval French. I missed the name of it.
Chavel.
No.
Did I say it right?
You were very close. Close enough I knew what you were doing, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Dream horse.
My Little Pony.
Oh, that's a good guess. That's way better.
It's not a good guess. That is not from medieval literature.
It doesn't... You don't know.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash is from French medieval literature.
They came up with some weird lore for some of these cartoons.
I don't think the lore is from the cartoon, though. I feel like it's the real where it came from. Like, I don't think you could be like...
Is this a real My Little Pony?
Maybe.
Shetland?
Nope.
Doing something with pony?
You guys got to pony.
Celle Francais.
No.
Camembert?
Oh, I love cheese.
I do love cheese. I almost want to just give it to you for saying cheese name.
Keep saying cheese names.
Brie?
No.
Cheddar.
Parmesan?
Mozzarella.
Your Southern is getting a lot better.
Thank you.
I do have to say, it just tickles me.
It tickles me. I almost said earlier.
I'm just tickled by
Jenna said something earlier that I almost said that tickles me, and I was like, I can't go through this again.
You know what's one step beyond being tickled, right?
What?
Punched in the groin.
Jenna knows.
Do I know?
Yeah. What do you get when you're past tickled?
I don't know.
You are, in fact, tickled pink.
Oh, yeah, you are tickled pink.
Mm-hmm.
Plum tickled pink.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever heard that one, Alex.
I was going to say tickled, tailored, soldier, spied, but I guess yours is fine.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one better.
There might be an air leak up here because I keep hearing a little bit of a squeak. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I apologize for it if it continues.
Is that a bit, or is one of your
no.
animals making noise?
No, there's no animals in the space station, Timothy. She's losing oxygen.
Yeah, it's eeping out one of the airlocks.
I guess we
This
need
is
to hurry.
concerning.
What's another French cheese? Ragnarok.
That's not a cheese.
Yet.
Raclette. Or how is that pronounced?
You should
Fucking
absolutely know about raclette by now, Timothy.
Yeah, it's pronounced rock lobster.
It's not. It's raclette. I'm dying. Was that what you were trying to say with Ragnarok?
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying a word that sounded like it could be confused for French cheese.
Mm.
And you went with Ragnarok, one of the names of one of the most popular MCU franchise movies in recent history.
I'm actually shocked that you knew that it was an MCU movie. I thought you were going to go with, the end times.
I know things.
Hey, airlock, could you stop that?
Is that a cheese airlock?
Hey, airlock. Yeah, just leave it be, all right? Thank you. You can take all the air at the end. I promise.
Can I have another clue?
Yeah, these
No.
texts, especially that of the four sons of Aemon, attribute to him magical qualities and a supernatural origin. He is known for his strength and intelligence and possesses the supernatural ability to adjust his size to his riders.
Sugarfoot.
Should be Sugarfoot. So French horse, magical.
Rock.
No.
Did you just guess Ragnarok?
No, I said Airrock.
Oh. Turok,
It's
the dinosaur
pronounced
hunter?
Uluru.
Did you just give us the answer?
No,
Oh.
I was making a joke with Alex.
Pacific, but with an S.
That's not a joke.
It's serious. It's
It can
very
hurt you.
serious.
It can adjust its size magically. That sounds familiar. That part specifically sounds familiar.
Napoleon.
Dynamite. The band.
No.
Juiced.
No, it is not I don't even know what country. The Eurovision artist Juiced.
But what if it were?
Yeah, I don't know this one.
Should we do more clues?
Probably.
Okay.
May we have another.
We may have another. Since the Middle Ages, this horse has been an important figure in northern French and Belgian folklore, particularly in the Ardennes.
That's wild. That's
Niarden?
Ardennes?
Oh, okay. Arden.
yeah. That joke doesn't feel so good now, does it?
No,
Nerd?
I was gonna go.
Yeah.
I was gonna go Niarden and Farden, but
Wherever you yarded.
oh no.
Wow.
I have no idea. Oh, horse in the cupboard?
No.
That does magically change size and sentience.
Do you want some more?
Yeah.
This horse first appears as the property of Renaud de Montauban, not Ricardo Montauban, Tim. Don't do it. In the old French 12th century. Four sons of Aemon. This horse was This horse was capable of carrying Ronaldo and his three brothers all at the same time and of understanding human speech. Near the end of the work, this horse is forced to cede Oh, wait, no. Renaud is forced to cede this horse to Charlemagne, who, as punishment for the horse's exploits, has a large stone tied to its neck and has the horse pushed into the river. The horse, however, smashes the stone with his hooves and escapes to live forevermore in the woods.
This sounds so familiar, and I don't know why. Like, it sounds so familiar, like it might have even been a horse quiz horse before.
Nope.
Where have I heard this then?
Don't know.
Shrek, probably. I mean, like, if we're being honest, it was probably in Shrek.
Probably in Shrek.
I mean, that is where I get most of my history from.
Every time we start talking about French history, it's probably Shrek. I can't believe they would just do that to that horse, though.
It was Charlemagne. Did a lot of fucked up shit.
Flambe? Foie gras.
I love this. Ah.
Do you know any French words that are not foods?
I don't think so. Cheval.
Okay.
I just learned that one.
You did. You did.
Oui. Eiffel.
I don't think that is gonna count. And I also think you got it from Eiffel 65, the band that did the song "I'm Blue."
Fuck!
So.
I had the wrong number. I didn't
What number?
I thought it was 66. I just gave them an extra one.
Ah, you were nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Okay.
No.
It's the only French movie I can think of, too.
Cool.
Gerard Depardieu.
Gerard Depardieu. No.
I think I need to go to Google.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
we can go to Google.
Okay.
Oui. And go.
Bayard?
Yes.
Whee!
There are like so many sculptures of this thing, and there are like festivals too. And it's really, really cool. But there is this really huge rock formation that is said to have been the rock that Bayard split with his hooves when Charlemagne tried to have him thrown into the river. And I really want to go there. It's pretty cool.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yay! Are you guys ready for horse number 2?
Yes.
I'll do my best.
Horse number 2 is cited in Celtic folklore as an evil horse associated with the devil and witchcraft, whose mythical or historical origins remain obscure.
This horse sounds cool as fuck.
Gryffindor.
Nope. Is it because I said witchcraft?
I have no idea what the word association that popped that into my head was.
No, man.
Tir na nog.
Tir na nog. We've already done that one.
We have definitely already done that one.
And we've done Kelpies, and it's not that.
No.
Isildur?
Cast it into the fires, Isildur.
Isengard?
You're taking the hobbits?
Taking the house to Isengard.
Were you there with us in the Habit Trail? I don't. Were you? Okay. God.
Yes.
And
that song was playing the entire time.
Yeah.
That was so fucking hilarious. What was hilarious was Tim going, "This is the nerdiest thing I've ever been a part of," and you going, "Is it?"
It was a good time. Also, I did call them habitat trails in front of a swan named Emily all over the internet the other day, and she did laugh at me for 30 seconds straight, and I thought, what have I done?
For 2 extra letters. She gave you that much laughter for 2 extra letters. Truly, that is a good friend.
Frank?
All right.
Frank.
Jim?
Interesting.
James.
Jeremiah.
Jimmy? Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine.
Good friend. Mm-hmm. Why did we settle on J names, by the way?
Because she said interesting when we said Jim, so now that's where we live.
So now we're settling on James. Gotcha. Okay. Jimothy.
All right. What have I done?
Bob.
Bob? That's not a J name.
Yeah, no.
Jim Bob.
Oh, I didn't hear Jim. I just heard Bob.
Very
Jim Rat?
traditional Celtic name, Jim Bob.
Jim Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that the Appalachian mountain range.
I
goes
swear to
up.
God. No, we're not doing it here. That does not live in this space. Oh, I can't hear it. No, I can't hear it like that. It hurt me. It did. It hurt my body when you said that. Hey, Airlock.
Gerard Ney.
All right.
I was a young boy. Jankos.
Jankos.
Jankos, the horse.
Charlemagne.
That's just a name from the last horse.
I just said that name, and no, that was just King of the Britons, you know?
Did you say Jarlemagne?
Oh, Jarlemagne.
Jarnathan.
Jarnathan.
Jake.
From Animorphs.
From Animorphs.
Not State Farm.
Hi, Jake from Animorphs. What are you wearing?
Morph
Kid
suit.
Morphic suit? Yeah.
Well, he sounds hideous.
I don't know. I think I'm going to need another clue.
Sweet. I got you. From 1807, with the publication of Edward Williams' Welsh Triads, this horse became a creature of Welsh mythology and one of 3 scourges of the Isle of Brittany.
Okay. Christina Aguilera.
What?
Jessica Simpson.
And this horse.
What would be the 3rd scourge of Brittany?
I'm Britney Spears, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's her scourge?
she's her own scourge, is what she's
Oh.
saying.
Scourge.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
I mean, who is the real demon you have to fight every day other than yourself? I mean, I just don't know. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's because I don't pay attention and am stupid, but I just don't know it. And I'm willing to admit that.
Sometimes I go back and forth on which one more so. Like, am I worse off because I don't pay attention or because I'm stupid? And honestly, I think it sort of oscillates.
Yeah, I think it's situational.
Yeah.
Which one's worse?
Swear to God, you guys.
Jethro Tull.
Okay. What got
Wolfie.
us stuck on J's? Was it really me?
Yeah, because you said interesting
Sorry,
when we
it's
said
not.
a J
It's
name.
not a J name.
Okay, so it's a soft J is what I'm getting.
Yark.
There's
Yeah.
there are no J's.
Wherever
None?
you yarden.
None J's.
No, J's don't exist. They're a myth, much like this horse.
Is that a clue? Like, she says stuff sometimes and I'm like, oh, it must be a clue. So it's a myth.
That's definitely a clue.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's
None
gotta
of that
be
word was defined.
Mythbusters or like cryptid.
Cryptid Mythbusters. No J's.
No J's. Does it start with a P?
It does not.
P as in pterodactyl.
Not even as in pterodactyl.
I think it starts with an F.
Okay, why?
Okay, I guess it starts with a Y. Yarnthal.
It's Welsh, so it starts with like W or I or A and maybe an accent.
In Hebrew.
No?
Shit, what was it he said in Indiana Jones?
No one can hear you scream.
Jehovah starts with an I. Ichabod.
Okay.
It's a horse, not a crane.
Sorry, that was more of a peacock sound.
I don't know this.
Tiny peacock. Yeah, I don't know this either. Should we?
Okay, sweet. Do you want to go to Google and put me out of my fucking misery? What?
Yeah.
I don't know that we are going to put you out of your misery because I don't know what the fuck to Google.
Okay. Well, let me know when you're ready.
Aww.
I'm ready.
Oh, there's a picture of a dog. Oh, sorry. I'm ready.
And go.
March Malin?
Yes.
Wow. This horse sounds cool as fuck. I'm just going to open that Wikipedia and leave it open to read later.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The Devil's Horse.
There it is. The Devil's Horse. Now he has
Also,
lettuce and horses.
Yep. Edward Williams has a bardic name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like, I can't because I don't speak at all. We'll just leave it at that.
I know this feeling.
All right. Are you guys ready for horse number 3?
Probably not, but we are here.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's going to be fine. This horse was born of the horse Lightfoot.
Gordon?
Yeah. No.
I have to place where this is from because Lightfoot sounds very familiar. And I'm like, is this like a Tom Bombadil pony? Is this like a unicorn of something? Is this like, I know it's probably not unicorns because I feel like that was strictly in the unicorns verse when we were doing the quizzes. But like if I can place this, I might have a shot.
Horses don't have feet.
Yes, they do.
They have hooves. Should be light hoof.
I'm so tired.
I don't know. I need another clue.
Okay. After this horse was killed in battle, it was buried in a marked grave. And on the gravestone, in 2 different languages, it was written, "Faithful servant, yet master's bane. Lightfoot's foal, swift, this horse's name."
And you said, okay, sorry, it cut out when you were saying either marked or unmarked grave. Did you say marked grave?
Marked, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Marked grave. Okay, cool.
Ichabod Crane?
No.
Because that rhymes with Bane. I thought
It's
it
got to
would
be like Zane or something. Yeah, it's got to be
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane. Sabrina Carpenter.
Wild Grain.
Swift.
Who was the master that it was the bane of?
Mm-hmm.
This sounds very familiar, and yet I cannot, for the life of me, place it anywhere in my brain.
Bullet Train.
Okay.
Octane.
Is there any more clue?
Yeah, I have a lot more clue.
Okay.
In the battle where this horse died, it was hit by a black dart and fell onto its master, crushing him, leading to his death.
Is this King Theoden's horse?
That depends on who King Theoden was.
Hang on, this is a Lord of the Rings horse. This is one of the horses of Rohan.
So it's not Shadowfax.
It's not one of the Maris. Fucking brain. Why are you so fucking bad, brain?
Wildmane. She doesn't even respond to my shit anymore. Fluffy
Was
Mane?
that shit?
Charlemagne? That rhymes.
Charlemagne does rhyme. You're correct.
I'm so upset right now. Did he fall at the Battle of Pelennor Fields? Is that what we're talking about right now? And
Sure did. He sure did.
And he fucking... Why? Why do I have all that information and I cannot pull this horse's name from my stupid goddamn brain?
Well, it ends in Maine. Right?
It might. It genuinely might, because that's kind of how all of those names were built. Like
Humane?
Lightfoot. No, it'll be like
Heavy mane?
Swift mane or something like that.
Swift
it will be
mane.
like
Quick mane.
Swift mane and Swift I think is right before that, so it can't be that, but like
Fast mane.
it's going to be something like that. God damn it, brain.
Side hoe.
Side hoe.
Because it's not your mane.
This is not a time for jokes, Timothy. I need more clue. I need fucking something.
This won't help you, but
something.
in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings movies, this horse was portrayed by a horse named Hercules.
No, now all I have is Austin going, Hercules, Hercules, in my fucking head. And this is worse now. I have all the information I could glean from this particular line of questioning.
Oh, mane.
You are so close, Tim. You don't even know.
How mane?
Is it like glow mane? What the fuck?
Low mane.
What does the inscription say again? I'm sorry.
Low
I'm going to keep
mane.
asking questions.
It's low
Faith
mane.
servant, yet master's bane. Lightfoot's foal. Swift. This horse's name. Does anybody know what color this horse was?
Yellow mane.
Cream mane?
Blue
No.
mane. Red mane.
Silver mane?
Silver mane. Gold mane.
That's enough.
Green mane.
No, it's going to be like red mane,
G-bib
black mane, silver. I don't know why we're adding mane to everything. That feels right, though, so I'm just going to roll with it.
Violet mane. Indigo
Maybe
mane.
red mane. What color this horse was? Well, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a gray horse.
So it's black mane.
Be like gray mane, white mane, silver mane.
Blonde mane.
It's just it looks white. The horse looks white, but
Yeah,
it's
and what
technically a gray.
What else is white?
Ivory mane.
Blank mane?
Blanco
What else is
mane.
white? Blanco. What else is white? Snow mane?
Hey, all right.
Fucking
Really?
Jesus
Really? The horse's
Christ.
name is Snow mane?
Fucking swept
Yes.
it.
Listen, if I didn't get that one and I got that it was King Theoden's horse that crushed him at the Battle of Pelennor Field, I was going to go upstairs and just pack my bags and fucking get in the car and drive back to actual Canada and never fucking return, never speak to anyone again, just drive into the northern woods and simply perish.
Is Snow mane Frosty's horse?
Fuck. God damn it, Tim.
That's what Burt Reynolds called the guy in the truck.
Fuck, God damn it, Tim.
He said, "Come on back, Snow mane." I was just tickled by that horse quiz.
Just-
I was
Oh
tickled
my
pink.
goodness. Absolutely tickled.
I have a pressure headache.
I'm so sorry.
That's the
The
most
fact that
Alex thing ever. It's like, I will give you 42 details about this horse except for its name.
That is, listen, I need you to understand, like, as fucking goof as you guys normally are during a quiz, that is the most fucking serious that she has ever been for one. Ever.
You know what Snow mane isn't, though?
What?
A metal horse in the barn.
Oh, he's not. It's probably because he fucking died like a chump. What?
Yeah,
that horse killed the king.
by accident.
Well, yeah.
He sort of Mr. Magooed his way into killing his own king, so.
Yeah.
He also died in the process. So,
Yeah, it's
like,
true. Yeah. I'm sure if the Witch King hadn't, like, landed on him.
yeah, then it probably would have been fine.
Nah.
Which king?
Yeah, exactly.
Of Angmar.
Of Yarden. Yeah, so metal horses in the barn.
Yeah, you wanna hear some names?
I do.
Well, let me start with our three It's going to be Moose Jaw McGraw, Big Thick Martingale, and Beta Ray Filly. Those are our horses in the metal barn. But you know what? We share because we are kind and we are giving. And we will also let you sign up for our Patreon and put your metal horses in our barn. Like Halava SpaghettiOs, who belongs to Nate. Iron Meriden, which is, say it with me now, Stevie Lake's boyfriend, Philip D. Keating. I assume everyone at home said it with me. Tim said it with me too.
I tried to,
I assume
and then Jenna didn't, and I'm like, are we doing a thing where I'm not supposed to say, is this a rhetorical say it with me now?
I don't think there's a rhetorical say it with me now. I'll assume listeners at home did it. That'll help. It'll help. It'll be fine. Okay, let's talk about Dale Donuts the Third from Steve, who I've never doxed once in my entire life. Dime Bag from Matt Alman, who I've also never doxed once in my entire... I kind of did a little bit. It was my bad. Marital Combat from Metastrophe, who gets a metal name for having a cool name like Metastrophe. Glue Factory from Bean, who I saw recently. Suck it, nerds who didn't get to see Bean recently. Pony Hawk from Olivia, who we turned into a verb. Last time we Olivia'd, right?
Mm-hmm,
yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. It's what you do. The second L from Lost Imee. I'm going to start taking away more letters. The more we do this. And Ronnie from Scott.
Can we start calling Bean Cloudgate?
And this brings our podcast to an end, similarly to the way that Snowman brought an end to his own king under his dead horse body. Thank you for listening to Horse Girls. If you want to know when new episodes are posted or share your observations of this positively academic podcast, follow us on Facebook at Horse Girls Podcast, Twitter and Instagram at Horse Girls Cast. If you want to buy some radical shirts and things, visit duckduckjenna.com, America's most beloved search engine to search for one thing, and that is Horse Girls merch. Want to take our relationship to the next level? You maybe want to get a horse in the barn? You maybe want to have a cool metal voice, read cool metal horse names to you live for real? Then go to horsegirls.club or patreon.com/horsegirls or singlethoughtconnection.com, THOT. That's where we have a veritable plethora of things to offer you, like content, but more importantly, horses in the barn. If you want to find us on other podcasts, you can. We do them. If you like TTRPGs, check out Dungeons and Drakenbeams, Late Starters, and Dragon Knight Adventure Friends. Knight with an N, not a K. If you put a K there, you won't find it, and then you'll be sad. And that's not very Arthurian Knight of you. Actually, it kind of is. But anyways, do the one with the N anyway so you can find the actual podcast. Also, if you like Animorphs, check out Animorphs Anonymous. Surprise, we do Surprise Deck Book Club. If you would be twitched by Jenna, check out twitch.tv/JennaChill with one singular L. If you put a second L in twitch.tv/JennaChill, I will plug it into the dark web that way. But what it will do is when you put that URL in there, it will download a virus to your computer. And the next time you log into your banking app, it's going to transfer me 69 precise human dollars. And it will do that every time you log into the banking account. And then you will be like, what is this? And you'll think, well, it's kind of funny. So I'm going to leave this virus on my computer. But it's not funny. Pretty soon I'll have all of your $69 and then you'll have no $69. How do you feel about that? Probably not good. So anyways, if you can't get enough of Tim's beautiful Appalachian voice, he's voice acted on such podcasts as The Way We Haunt Now. And if you think our episode art is hella cute, that's because it is. And it was created by KCD, who writes and illustrates a webcomic called Beside You, which you can read for free at besideyoucomic.com. May the nuts ever stick to your roof.
Okay, guys, it's not funny anymore. Can somebody come and get me now, please? Fuck.